Hey, it's Jen from Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be your quickie weekend planner for the weekend beginning Friday, May 24th, 2019. You can find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot or notsomysticaltarot.com if you like a personal or private reading. I am traveling, so you'll see my background is different and you can hear the rain, and I can't do much about that, so I hope it doesn't bother you too much. All right, we're going to get started with Aries. What do we have going on for Aries for the weekend starting Friday, the 24th of May, 2019? Ace of Cups, Aries. Okay, it's time to be open. The universe is giving you some sort of gift of openness or an opportunity to be open. And yes, it could be an opportunity, love opportunity or something along those lines. But let's get a little bit more information. Yeah, wow. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is like a realization of an emotional, almost an emotional journey, an emotional happiness, something that you may have been looking for, or this is the actual realization of this opportunity. So you may have, maybe you've met someone, or and this doesn't always have to be romantic. You could have met like a soulmate best friend, you know, somebody who just really gets you and allows you to be open emotionally with them, or you could have met a person that makes you feel that way as well. Let's get a little bit more information. We got two cards coming out. Ten of Swords. Yeah, you had been at a place possibly where you did not feel, you felt like this showed up and you were like, yeah, how do you figure? But this opportunity, this open opportunity, allowed you to pull these swords out and walk away. Because the thing is, with this Ten of Swords, dead is dead. Once you're dead, you're dead. You can only be so dead, so you can lay there and just be dead, or you can pull the swords out and start over again. And look at that, Nine of Wands. Yeah, I think you were very, very cautious moving into this. And I know it's a little dark in here. I don't know if I can do much about that, but I will work on it for next time. Yeah, this nine of Wands is, you know, you can see this person is kind of, you know, oh, I don't know, you know, they're kind of in their little, not prison, but their little cage of wands around them, like, oh, I don't know. And you know what? I don't blame you, because right after the Nine of Wands is the 10, and it's a huge, huge, heavy burden. So I can see why you may have felt that way. But if you have been hurt by and like I said, this can be a friend. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner, but if there was some emotional hurt and you now have an opportunity to begin again, you really should take it, because look at this Nine of Cups is a realization of that possibility, of that opportunity. So the universe is handing you something that is that's really healing at this point. You got this Eight of Cups came in, or this Eight of Cups, I'll be upright. This Eight of Pentacles came in for us as well. And the Eight of Pentacles is about doing the work. So it looks like you have done the emotional work, and you've been able, you'll be able to move past this. If not, keep working at it, because it will show. And that's the thing about that Eight of Pentacles. That is about your hard work kind of coming to fruition and starting to show. So keep on working on it. Work on being open. I know that it can be very difficult and actually even frightening sometimes, but this is the time to really work on that and to explore some more opportunities to heal from whatever it was, and to maybe to learn to trust again, could be, you know. All right, we'll move on to Taurus. What's going on for Taurus? We've got the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is about making a long-range plan, not just next week, next month. This is like, you know, a 5-year kind of plan. And for June, it seems that a lot of the June readings as they've come out have had a lot to do with like the next 6 months, 5 years. Like it hasn't just been like what's going to happen in June. It's like the decisions that happen in June take you through a really long period of time. Yeah, and you get the Page of Wands too. So you have this long range plan, and then you have this message being brought to you saying, hey, you need to do something. So not only do you need to plan at this point, but you need to take some sort of action, because that's what pages always bring messages. And that's saying you've thought about it, you've made a chart, you've organized it 1,000 times, you've taken all the steps you thought you needed to take to complete whatever this is. But at this point, it's time to take some action, and you need to figure out how you're going to do that. Let's get a little bit more information about this Three of Wands here. Oh, wow, we got a whole bunch of cards, but that's okay. Okay, we've got the King of Wands. So this is saying here that the plans that you make here, because of this message that you got to like, let's make these plans and let's take some action, this brings you all the way to the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is completion, fulfillment, and the one great thing about the King of Wands is he gets what he wants. He's extremely charismatic. Nobody can really say no to him. There's Annabelle, my dog in the background. Nobody can say no to him. He's very, very charismatic. So take this opportunity, make the plans that you really want to come true, the plans that are like deep inside of you that you think like, this is what I really want out of life. Do that, because those plans you make they're gonna happen. And you also have the Wheel of Fortune saying that luck is kind of moving in your favor. Like, but remember, it's all because of the actions that you take. The actions that you take determine the luck that you have. When you don't take any action, you don't have any luck. That's how it works. So you do have to put yourself out there a little bit and take that step. And then the other cards that came up here was the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles is all about that success. Nine of Pentacles, this is saying in your work life, your home life, your finances, like these plans you are making will have an impact on your tactical life, the life you can put your hands on. Like I said, your money, your finances, your job. So take this message from this page and make those plans and start to take action toward them so that you can fulfill the destiny that's yours, right? It's your birthright. It's what you are. It's what you are supposed to be. Don't just sit back. All right, we're going to move on now to our Gemini. What do we have for Gemini? Four of Cups. Okay, you're over it. Whatever it is, you are over it, Gemini. And the Five of Cups. That's what you're over. It looks like something might have not gone your way. You were pretty focused on these Three Cups. Something was disappointing. I don't feel like this was like somebody breaking up with you or not loving you. I just feel like you were super disappointed about something. Something didn't go your way. And as you were able to move forward during this weekend, this period of time, take that time to heal. And the thing is, now the next time that some kind of nonsense gets handed to you, you're like, I don't care. Just know that that's coming. You might still feel kind of bad, but remember, you got these two cups back here that are still full. They're still good. So don't discount the universe right away as being cold and unfeeling and not giving. It's just, we all have things to go through, and a favorite tarot reader of mine said the same thing. Life is not always happiness. We go through stuff. Go through it, get through it, move on, and just know the next time it shows up, you'll be like, I could care less. And look at, right there's your victory, because there's another Five of Cups right here. So yeah, this Five of Cups, this is definitely what this is about, but you are like so over it, because the Four of Cups is like, I'm over it, don't care, not interested, doesn't matter to me, like you can't even be bothered to worry about it anymore. But you know what, at the time with that Five of Cups, things happen, that disappointment is heavy and it feels so bad. So don't beat yourself up for having a moment of like, maybe you're feeling a little depressed or sad or whatever. Don't beat yourself up for it, because later on you'll be like, it was nothing. But right now, at the time when it's happening, it feels bad. And you do have this Eight of Swords to kind of clarify this Five of Cups that we have going on here. And Eight of Swords is all about, it can be a prison of your own making. It's a decision you need to make. And when you are ready to turn around and see these two cups here that are full, you will. But you know what? Sometimes we just need to be in this place and feel those feelings, and that's just the way it is. And if people around you don't like it, too bad. Like I said, we're not all hearts and flowers all the time. It just doesn't work like that. So you take this weekend and you repair. All right, we're going to move on to our Cancers. What do we have for Cancer? Three of Pentacles. All right, you're working on something, getting something organized. What is it that you're working on? It's right here. It is Two of Swords. You are working on making some kind of a decision. There's some sort of important decision that you have been kind of ignoring. And the thing is, people think you're ignoring it, but you're not. It's just kind of in the back of your mind, and you haven't actually come forward and made this decision. So everybody feels like you're like, I'm ignoring this and I'm not doing what I need to do. In your mind, you're formulating this plan. You got these builders here. They're building this beautiful building or church or whatever. Well, you can't do that without a plan. You have to have blueprints and an architect and laborers and materials and supplies. And that's kind of where you are here. People maybe are judging you and thinking, well, they're not doing anything. They should be doing something about this. And you're like, I got this. And you leave me be. That's the thing. You're formulating a plan. So, okay, yeah, it looks to other people like you're not doing anything, but you know that you're formulating a plan. And I'm not sure what you're planning, but whatever it is, you know what? You formulate the plan, because you can't just... Sometimes you have to have one, and I mean, I'm all about, you know, do some things just off the cuff or whatever. Okay, look, you know me, I kind of like to plan things too, but you know what I mean. I'm all about, like, hey, be free, do all that, but you know what, we also have to have a plan sometimes. You know, sometimes you have to have a plan to be free. You know, you have to have a plan. You can't just go off and, you know, not have any kind of idea what you have going on. And you do have the King of Swords, so yeah, you'll progress from this too. Everybody thinks you're at this too, like, oh, I'm ignoring life, I'm not handling my business. You're handling your business, Cancer. Don't worry about it, because you're going here. And the Two of Swords is, I mean, he is, or the King of Swords is a serious judge. You have this two that looks like you're not doing anything. You're at this crossroads, whatever. But the thing is, in the back of your mind, you're doing all of this work. And all of this work is bringing you here to this King of Swords. And the King of Swords makes decisions. He does not hem and haw back and forth about anything. He just makes the decisions that need to be made, and then he moves on. So you have this under control, whatever this is. And let's just get another card here to clarify this decision. Maybe we can get an area where this decision lies. Knight of Wands. So it is something that you're very passionate about. Whatever this decision is something that you are very, very passionate about, and it feels right to you. What you're doing feels right to you, and really that's all that matters right now. The Knight of Wands is all about what feels good right now, passion projects, you know, things like that. So if other people don't understand what you have going on, really not your problem. You take this weekend and you get yourself in order, you handle your own things, and let everybody else just deal with it as they deal with it. Okay, we're going to move on to our Leos. Wow, Wheel of Fortune, Leo. All right, what are you up to? What do you have going on? And I will work on the lighting here, but for right now, it's the best I can do. Okay, so we have Leo. Wheel of Fortune. Where is this coming from? Two of Swords. Okay. Now, I always say, when you have this shift in luck where, like, the universe is smiling on you and all this kind of good stuff, you have this, you know, luck happening or whatever, it's because you are making choices. So the thing is, this luck could be coming your way, but you are going to have to make a choice about it. Like, you can't just ignore it and hope that it kind of comes over toward you. You know, the good luck you have is a direct result of your actions. So there is some choice that you're going to be forced to make, and you're going to have to make this choice to see this luck, okay? Let's get a little bit more information on what you're looking at here. Nine of Pentacles. This could be something to do with your work, finances, home life, organization. You see her right here, Nine of Pentacles. So you are going to need to make a choice when it comes to this. You could have maybe a refinance on the horizon. You could have a job opportunity. Maybe it's time to consolidate your bills, cut your spending, whatever it is. When you make the choice, you can be highly successful, because you do have this Wheel of Fortune saying, okay, you know, I'm going to give you this luck because you're doing all this work. You're doing the work and doing the right stuff, and that's what happens when luck isn't luck, really. When you are doing the right things and you're moving in the way that the universe is asking you to move to receive this kind of luck, that's what happens. When you go against what you know you need to do, you always seem kind of unlucky, right? So what is this in our practical life? You've got something going on in your practical life: work, money, finances, organization, home life. Ooh. Six of Swords. It's a move. Some kind of a move you need to make, and I think you know what this is, whether it is a new job opportunity, maybe you need to move locations to get a better job, maybe you need to downsize your house so that you can pay off your bills. Whatever it is, there's some kind of move you need to make, and until you make the decision to make that move, you will not have that luck. But once you make the decision to make the move, the luck is all for you. All right, we're going to move on now to our Virgos. What do we have going on for our Virgos? Seven of Cups, Virgo. Okay. Overwhelmed. A lot of input. A lot of emotional stuff going on. Your favorite, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it seems like you have gotten a lot of emotional input lately, and your like Knight of Pentacles has just not caught up. The Knight of Pentacles moves very, very, very slowly. So when a whole lot of emotions kind of come at you, it can be very overwhelming and stressful. Where there are other signs who see it as like a blessing and they love all of that kind of stuff. You could see it as being slightly stressful. The thing is, your outlook, it looks like it's going to change because you have the world here, and the world is saying, you know, everything is open and available to you. It's your choice. The choices that you make, you choose what you allow in, okay? You don't have to take every single one of these emotions or emotional opportunities that comes at you. You don't have to take them all in and process them and deal with them and handle them. A lot of times other people will put their stuff on you and at you. This is not your responsibility to handle. So don't feel like you have to do that. You can take what you need and what you want. So know that every opportunity is available and all of the opportunities are available to you. So you don't have to make a choice as far as what other people think or want. And like I said, take your own time and do it. Knight of Pentacles moves very slow, but he often makes the right choice. So another card here, the Hermit. Yep. Take the time that you need to figure it out. Like I said, other people may not understand when you have an opportunity and you don't just grab it, and you need that time to process and think it all out. But you have this Hermit here that says, you know what, take the time away, take your time, you process this, and then you accept what it is that you want, and you take that you know, on your own. It's not for everybody else to decide for you. Okay, Virgo. All right, we move on to our Libras. Sorry about all the moving. I think Jean's packing everything up for us. All right, we're moving on to our Libras. Ace of Wands. You're being afforded an opportunity here to take some serious action. This also can be a passion project, a love interest, all kinds of things. What do we have going on? What does this Ace of Wands have to do with the Libras? Ace of Cups. Okay, wow. So this says to me, like, this weekend you could not only meet somebody who really passionately, like, have serious chemistry with, but they also could be like someone you have an emotional connection with as well. And I don't do a lot of like love readings unless they're specific, but this, you kind of can't miss it. You know, you've got open emotions and you know, serious amount of passion. So Libra, while you're out this weekend, it may be that people find you very, 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 very attractive. Yeah. And you've got the Lovers. So if you are partnered with someone, this could be the weekend to really renew that kind of passion, and just, you're the Swords, and you're pretty intellectual, you know, and you're very in your head a lot of the time. I'm an air sign too, the Swords. But this is an opportunity for you to be open emotionally, experience that kind of passion and fire with your person if you are partnered, or possibly with a new person. If you are not partnered, you probably won't have a problem meeting someone, or you may meet someone who makes you feel like, wow, they're the whole package, passion and emotion, you know, not just one or the other. Let's see what we get here for just a little more information for our Libras. That is, I mean, like I said, I don't often do a lot of love stuff unless it's specific, but whoa, in the Ace of Swords, this is the whole package for you, Libra. And because you are an air sign, I'm an air sign, I can say this, you get up in your head, this make all the puzzle pieces fit. You know, your brain says this is a good idea, this person is a good person, you know, whatever. You have, you know, because you got three aces. You got this Ace of Wands, which is like passion and chemistry and like physical attraction. You have this Ace of Cups, which is emotional, you know, like I totally get you, we click thing. And then you've got the Lovers. So if you are partnered, yeah, have at that, renew that relationship. I mean, really remember why you fell in love, how you fell in love. And if you are not partnered, you could run into somebody this weekend that is the real deal, is the whole package. All right, we're going to head to our Scorpios. I'm just making sure that I'm on the right sign here. I'm not in my usual environment, and you know me pretty well. You know how I am about that. All right, Scorpio, we've got the King of Swords. Okay, some decisions to be made. A little bit of rough justice happening. What is this King of Swords about? And the Lovers. Okay. This could be, you know, you could have been, you know, dating around a little bit, you know, dating a bunch of different people, but not making choices, and kind of, I want to say, like, leaving a little bit of destruction in your wake. Is that a possibility, Scorpio? If that's been happening, it's going to be the time, you know, this weekend to not, I want to say, don't lead people on. If you don't like somebody, cut them loose. You got this King of Swords who's like, I like you, I don't like you. And they don't even tell you why. They just, I don't like you, go away. Or I just, you know, you ghost out on people, whatever. But don't go back and forth. This King of Swords makes a decision, and the decision is final. So don't play with people. Don't toy with them. If you're dating a number of different people, don't date the people that just because they're there, and, you know, and, like, you know, they're kind of hung up on you, but you're kind of like using them. Let them go. Let them go. Let them go be happy, because you're not happy with them anyway, and you're just kind of like, yeah, you're here. You're a placeholder. I mean, like, nobody wants to be a placeholder, so don't be that person, Scorpio. Just cut them loose. Let them go. It may hurt at the time, and it's a little messy for you, but whatever. Just let them go and move on. Because you do have this Four of Wands. So believe it or not, deep down, you really do want to be happy, and you want to kind of set up a foundation of a really beautiful relationship, and another relationship one, which is weird, but you can't do that when you're messing around with a bunch of different people. So if you are messing around with a bunch of different people, make a decision and be with the person you like, or get rid of them all and start over. And if you are partnered with someone already, you may have other kind of things that are taking up time in your life, I feel like, and you're not paying attention to your person. So if you're not paying attention to your person, you need to cut out the stuff that's taking away from that time and look back at this relationship, because you do have the Queen of Cups, and she is a nurturer, and you are a water sign. Even though you're a Scorpio, you know, we have this sting and all that, I'm a Scorpio rising, you are a water sign. You do have a need to nurture and love, and when it's all said and done and all the stuff is cut away, you really do want to be happy with the person. If you can find someone who makes you happy, if you can find that person, hang on tight. But everybody else, cut them loose. And like I said, if you are already partnered to someone, then you know, look at what is interfering with that relationship and get rid of that, so that you can focus on your person. All right, we're going to move on to our Sagittarians. What do we have for Sagittarius coming into the weekend, May 24th? If you're in the U.S., it's Memorial Day weekend. What do we have for our Sagittarians on this lovely holiday weekend? Two of Pentacles, reorienting. Had a little wobble, getting yourself back on track here. What do we have? What is this about? What are you reorienting yourself from this time? Oh, the Tower. Okay, yeah, it's something went down. Some sort of, I feel like this is in the past. Like, it's past. It's done. It's over. It's already happened. But you are now okay. Like, I've handled whatever this was. This could be an emotional thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be a physical thing that happened. It could just be emotional. It could even just be in your mind. But whatever it was, some event, some sort of something took place, and it wobbled you a little bit. And you're now setting up not a pattern. You're setting up like a platform for a different way of being because of this. And while that Tower is extremely stressful at the time, when you rebuild it, it's always so much better. You just can't see it, and that's the thing. Right here in the beginning, in the planning stages and the reorienting stage, it's difficult to see where you're going to end up. But you got to have faith that you will end up where you belong. You do have the Empress, and the Empress is all about sharing that gift of yourself. So this might have scared the heck out of you and made you very closed off and made you feel like you don't want to share with other people. You aren't interested. But you know what? In order to build this new foundation and in order to let this go and heal, you are going to have to open yourself up, share yourself with the world, and possibly with other, maybe a relationship ended. Now you're going to have to look at, okay, this is who I am, but I still am able to share myself with other people. And of course, as always, there's always that, people say you could be pregnant, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I don't feel like that's really what it's about, but it is time to share yourself with other people and the gifts that you have with other people. And sometimes you need that Tower moment to really show you what those gifts are. Sometimes we need that. Kind of wake us up, so that we actually see the gifts that we possess and the things that, because a lot of times other junk kind of comes in and takes over what we have going on. We don't really see that we have a lot to give. And sometimes when the Tower comes in, it kind of clears, like the Death card, it kind of clears everything out, and you've got to start over after that. And then, you know what, you may realize that you have some gifts to share that you didn't even know you had. You know, it happens to a lot of people. They get to be like, you know, in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, and they find out stuff about themselves they didn't even know before. Now, the other cards you have two. You have this Five of Pentacles, which is disappointment, loss, feeling kind of left out in the cold, kind of, I don't fit, I don't belong. And you know what, after a Tower moment, that's no surprise. But the thing is, it's the action you take after that. That's what makes a difference, because you have this Wheel of Fortune, and I always say, your luck doesn't change, and the universe does not bestow luck on you just because you're sitting around somewhere. You have to take the steps, and here you are. Okay, you've got this Wheel of Fortune that's available. You're taking the steps to start a new foundation, rebuild, you know, kind of get yourself back in order, start to share yourself. You're kind of coming into like a whole, I feel like almost like a rebirth, like a whole brand new, really different person. Like, you know, this Empress, it's almost like you're rebirthing you. Like, you're not the person you used to be because of all these things that have happened. So take the time with yourself, allow yourself to get through that process, and see where it takes you. Quiet weekend for you, Sagittarius. I feel like it's a quieter weekend. All right, we're going to move on to our Capricorns. What do we have going on for Capricorn? Capricorn. Memorial Day weekend if you're in the U.S. Three of Pentacles. Working on building something. I don't know what you're building. Let's see. What are you building, Capricorn? What are you planning? You got a plan, a spreadsheet. You got a whole thing going on. Well, you're planning your social engagements and your friendships. You know, I don't know. Maybe you got, I don't want to say you got hurt before, but maybe you were disappointed in some friends, family, things like that. And you're like, you know, in the future, I'm going to kind of vet the people I hang around with. I don't know where that came from. That's got to be for someone in particular. But it can also be that, you know what, if you want to go out and have a good time socially and you want to be able to get together with your friends, you do have to make plans. You can't just hope that, you know, people arrive on your doorstep to, you know, to take you out and make you do stuff. And yeah, here you go, you got the Devil. So this is you, the Capricorn. You know, that Devil card represents you, and that's not a bad thing, but this can be like getting stuck in a rut, old behaviors kind of surfacing, and that's the thing. If you don't make plans to change that, you kind of can fall into the same old rut, the same old behaviors, the same old things, but you have an opportunity here to do something different. So I'm saying, like, this weekend, if somebody asks you, like, hey, do you want to go and do this, and it's something that you would never do, maybe say yes. Go, all right, I'll give it a try. Why not? I think that you could end up surprising yourself and having like a really, really good time doing something that you would never have expected to do. Yeah, you got this Eight of Swords. That's a prison of your own making. That's like, oh, well, I couldn't possibly do that because I don't do that. Well, you know what? Take the blindfold off, pull your arms in, let the ropes fall, and go and do something, because I think you might surprise yourself. Like I said, you know, let's say somebody invites you to, you know, take a cooking class, and you're like, I don't need to go to a cooking class. I'm not interested in a cooking class. Well, you know what? Maybe you should go. Maybe you'll make some new friends and have some fun, and you won't fall into the same old patterns that you've been in before. You know, we do the same old thing with the same old people, and it's, you know, it's boring as hell. Go out and do something different this weekend. Make some plans. If you don't get invited somewhere, then you make the plan to do something really weird that you wouldn't usually do, and invite a few friends to go with you, and go and have a really good time. Okay, we're going to move on to our Aquarians. 7 of Wands. Somebody's giving you some kind of crap. I don't know what it is about, but we're going to find out. Some kind of nonsense. Page of Cups. Okay. This, I feel like, is guilt. This is a message. Pages are always messages, and this is emotional. Somebody's giving you some emotional message that's full of just crap and nonsense, because if you look up here, he's got this wand. There's all these people with these wands, and they're kind of poking up at him. Now, think about how low to the ground, how far down this hill these people would have to be. They have like 4 feet of wand sticking up at you, and they're holding it down here, and they're stabbing up at you. Like, these people are not even on your level. So you may get somebody, you know, maybe you have a YouTube channel, and, you know, you get somebody that starts trolling you or saying something stupid, or, you know, maybe you've taken on a new responsibility, or you have a new job, or you're doing something different, and people are just going to kind of give you some kind of crap about it. And you know what? Notice here, he's got this wand, and he's just like, yeah, no. he's not going down the hill to start to fight with them. He's just like, get away from me. And that's the thing. When somebody hands you some kind of emotional nonsense, and like I said, whether it's like guilt or, you know, maybe somebody, you know, trolls you, says mean things to you, whatever it is, it's so stupid, it's not even worth your time. He's not even going to engage. He's just like, yeah, no, thank you. Just remember that whenever somebody, whatever nonsense somebody hands you, you don't have to pick it up. You don't have to involve yourself in it at all. Yeah, because you're on your own thing. You got the sun here, and the sun is like a brand new day. So whatever this person's handing you or whatever nonsense they're giving you, you're focused here. That's why you're like, yeah, no, I gotta go do this. Like, you don't have time to mess around with this, like, weirdo talking fish here. And, you know, like, you just, like, yeah, you keep your nonsense to yourself, because I got this to go do, okay? I have this to go do. I don't need to clack around with a bunch of people in the gutter, but, you know, down here, when I'm up here and you're down here. Not you guys, you know, but, like, this is an example. You know, you're up here and this person's down here and they're giving you a bunch of crap. Just see you bye. See you bye. You don't need it. It's not for you. It just has nothing to do with you, and it is so beneath you. Oh my gosh. Okay, quick. And this is getting long. You have the Magician, which says, yeah, everything is available to you. All you have to do is just go and, like, ask the universe. You can have whatever you want. Brand new day, major arcana, and the Magician. So you go do you. Don't even worry about these people. And again, another 7 of Wands. No, thank you. I'm not interested in your nonsense. So you just go do you this weekend, and you don't listen to anybody or their crap or whatever else other crap they have going on. You just bye. And we're going to do Pisces before I run out of time. Pisces, Memorial Day weekend if you're in the U.S., starting the 24th. The Star. Everything is available to you. Dream big. Pisces, you guys have gotten beat up so much. But you've had some good readings too lately, but boy, you guys took a beating this spring. Page of Swords. Okay. Dream big. This is a message. This is intellectual. This is saying dream big, because, like, know in your mind the things you dream, you can actually do them. That's the thing. They aren't just like dreamy, whatever. This is saying, and you can be and have anything that you want, you can have it, but you have to make a plan. Like, you got to use your brain. You can't just sit on the couch and hope you become a famous singer. You know what I'm saying? You got to do something. Use your brain and make a plan. And then you've got the Hierophant, which is all about following the rules, right? This is rules, like, for success. I hate to say rules to dream, but in a way there are rules. You can't just sit, it's like I hear these girls talk about, well, the right person's gonna come along. Well, if you're sitting on your couch in your pajamas eating Oreos, the right guy is not gonna come knock on your door, okay? It's the same sort of thing. You really have to follow the rules of engagement when it comes to your life. So if you have a big dream, you have to make a plan in your mind, intellectually, that you're gonna make this big dream happen, okay? And let's get one more card. Before my time runs out. And the Chariot, yeah, because it's coming in hot. It's coming fast. And you know what? You do not want to miss out on whatever this is. So pay close attention. This is also a water card too, and you are a water sign. So pay close attention, because this is coming in fast. And recognize it. Pages are messengers. They tell you stuff. Recognize that it's coming in, and you need to snatch it right up, and you got to take action. You got to do something. And the last card that came up with it was the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. She does what feels good. She does the things that light her on fire. She follows her passion. Follow your passion and freaking do something about it, okay? Don't just sit and think about it. Do something about it. Dream big.